Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Game God Fluent bringing you episode 7 of Let's Play the Great Gaias. So we are smack dab in the middle of a pretty wild time. There's some commotion in the town of Asgard, and this old man came and is trying to get us out of the town safely. So let's go ahead and follow him and see what's going on. Just check. Okay. There's no time to waste. Let's get outside. We must leave this city. Hold your horses, old-timer. Just who do you think you are? Fool, do as I say. You and your friends are in mortal danger. If it's the choice between facing more of those road bastards or following him, then I say we follow him, Potts. I don't like this, but I guess we need to trust you, for now. That's good. Now quickly, out this window. Oh. Ew. They're taking down the guards, so the guards aren't in on it. Oh, there was an herb there I didn't pick. Just look at them all. Even I can't defeat this many. Shh, quiet down. I am Azrael, the Harbinger of Death. The city is now under martial quarantine by order of the Validian Empire. The Validians? Azrael, you say? Don't make me laugh. The Galf warlords are nothing but a myth. No, there will be no occupation of this city, not while this territory is under protection of King Bradford. You dare speak to me, you insignificant pile of flesh? What devilry is this? Ugh. Die. Oh my lord, he truly is the bringer of death. Run for your lives. Now, let there not be another interruption. I am Azrael, the Harbinger of Death, but I have not come to pass God's judgment upon you. I seek a group of travelers. They came to Oregon and killed one of my scouts. I am sure the lot of you remember this ordeal clearly. Bring them to me and no one need be harmed. If you choose not to comply, if you choose to hide them, then we will be forced to remain in the city until they are found. Do not interfere with our search. Do not provoke my minions. I cannot be responsible if one of my guards feels threatened and decides to act out in self-defense. Search the city. Bring me the children of light. Yes, master. We must consider this revelation of the Children of Light more seriously, Potts. I agree with Kalas. Children of Light or no, we can no longer ignore the circumstances into which we have been drawn. Okay, but what should we do? We must find our way out of the city. I have an idea, but it means going back to where I swore I would never return. Hurry, Potts, over here! Laney, they're after us. We've got to hide. My lord, I have found them. They are here by the pub. Hurry, they found us. Follow me. Oh, Potts, why are they after you? It's good to see you again, old friend. Atreus, Now isn't the time, Potts. We need to get you out of the city. Open up! We know you're in there! We will hold them off, Potts. Take my sister and go through the lower passage. But, Atreus, aren't you coming with us? Never fear, my dear. I will be staying here to ensure you are not pursued. No, Atreus, you're coming with us. Elenia, go now. I'll not say it again. He is right. We must go now. Please open the passage. Atreus, thank you. We will meet again. Take care of my sister. I want to go talk to that lady over there. Please take me with you, Potts. I promise to not be a burden, and who knows, my healing magic may come in handy. Lainey joins the party. Alright, let's go talk to her. Potts, you've returned. Let us hurry through here. We don't have time to waste. Wait a second. You haven't even told us your name yet. Who the hell are you? My name is Griswold Aberforth Stormprey. I'm here to help you, which should be apparent by now. Now come, we have no time to spare. Griswold joins the party. Atreus told us everything. Potts, we will protect you, but you must hurry. I'm just curious what they say. What part of Let's Hurry did you not understand? It's good to see you again, Potts. Don't worry about us. You need to get out of the city. You know the way. It's just up ahead. We should camp for the night near those woods. We can continue out on tomorrow morning. I'm worried about Atreus. Atreus can handle himself. If anyone can make it out of there, it's him. Come on, lady, let's make camp. This will do nicely. I will cast a protective enchantment around the perimeter while you set up camp. Regard Forest. Why are you over here all by yourself, Kalis? I worry for my home and my kin. I miss them dearly. The Drakenwood lies south of the Blighted Lands. My people have always been peaceful, but as we watch the forces of Validus move south, selling people into slavery, burning the wood, our ancient order had seen enough. The Druids are descended from an ancestral bloodline. When we come of age, we set out to find our natural forms. That voyage cost me 3 months of my life on a slave ship. While imprisoned, I began to regret leaving. I wondered why. Why had this happened? And then I met you. Do you also wonder about the things you have done? What has brought you here, Potts? I sense you harbor much pain, lingering regret, but I also sense a greatness within you. Will you fight for this world, Potts? You appear quite deep in thought, my friend. Friend? I've never really had a friend before. Ever since I was young, people always teased me, ridiculed me because of my pale skin. I've never been a strong person, Potts, but I've always had the gift of magic. I taught myself much and became somewhat adept, but my conjurings only served to turn their cruelty into fear. I was shunned, ostracized. I've only ever had magic, so I went on my quest for knowledge to further improve my skill. It's all I have now. That, my family. Bruh, the bugs here are as big as carcassars, as vicious too. Potts, I'm not used to the woods. Yeah, it's probably a lot different than Frosthammer, no? I've never been to the grand dwarven halls of Frosthammer. Really? I thought all dwarves came from the Gorgath Mountains. Aye, my father Brogham was from Frosthammer, but for reasons I know not, he left when I was just a wee lad and took me with him west across the mighty Porthos River. While venturing through the Valpegi swamplands, the two of us were ambushed by trolls. I was just a child then, maybe 6 or 7. My father fell in battle, and so I fought alone. Upon seeing the death of my father, an overwhelming rage took hold of me. I picked up my father's axe. 'Twas a weapon of fiery carnage. The battle was short, but I was able to slay 3 trolls before I fell unconscious. A few days later, I awoke in a tribal village called Kurik within the plains of Zardun. The plainsmen had saved me. They raised me from then on in the ways of their kind. I never saw my father's axe again. Some bloody troll probably has it. Wow, Brugger, that's a tragic story. Aye, 'tis indeed. This is the first time I've spoken of it to anyone. Feels good to get that off my chest. Thank you for listening, Potts. You are a good friend. Lainey, forgive me. I didn't know how to tell you. Oh, Potts, you should know by now there's nothing that can come between us. You can tell me anything. I am here for you. Lainey, you don't know what I've done. I am so ashamed. I was afraid of what you would think. Afraid that you would think me a monster. We all make mistakes, Potts. We do many things we are not proud of, but it provides an opportunity for us to learn and grow as individuals. The fact that you feel remorse for what you have done shows you can find redemption. As long as you feel that emotion, you can never be a monster. Lainey, we have known each other for many years and hopefully many more to come. You will always have a friend in me, Potts. Ah, Potts, you must have many questions for me. What would you like to know? I want to know who you really are, Griswold, and how you knew where to find us. My name is Griswold Aberforth Stormprey. Not long ago I had a seat on the Circle of 12 in Sorbithia, the highest esteemed magi in all of Tenat. I'm sure you're familiar with it since your father sits on the council as well. Over my many years of practice, I've been able to perfect and refine the abilities to use clerical magic, so much so that I began teaching as the Master of the Adept under the auspices of the Wizardry School in Sorbithia. 2 months ago, I experienced a strong premonition during one of my meditations. A vision came to me which showed me that I could save the world from darkness by saving you, Potts, and so that is when I set out to find you. Validus? Validus is said to be the original birthplace of the human race. It is located on the northwestern mountains of Uranicus. The lands surrounding Validus have become plague-ridden and famished. Today, no wildlife, plant, or animal can survive there. History books record tale of Grindelwald Maltor, a man who came to Validus and seized power during the Age of Destruction. Lord Maltor went on to become supreme ruler of Validus, launching a campaign of terror against the peaceful elves of Porthol, blaming them for the plague that swept across the land. Grindelwald and his 10 immortal followers ruled the land with an iron fist for nearly a millennium. Then, a valiant knight known as Arthur Graham, commander of the 2nd Battalion of Validus, rallied his soldiers and turned them against their dark master. He united the forces of good, men, dwarves, elves, fae, and ultimately succeeded in defeating Maltor and his evil warlords, the Gauf, by turning their power against them and magically binding them to that abysmal plane, sealing them there for eternity. However, I feel that Lord Maltor somehow managed to emerge once more into this world, and now attempts to re-establish his empire and continue his dark reign. Children of Light. Children of Light. In the Tower of Armin Gill, we were told by a mysterious cloaked man that we are the Children of Light. What does this mean? Within the celestial realm, there's a magical tome known as the Great Gaias, which contains the names of those whose influence has brought balance to our realm. The Great Gaias allow those souls to be reborn into the world. People like Arthur Graham, Olger Shinestone, and Lorak Kale Vaili, all who serve the forces of good during the War of Destruction. They will be reborn again and again in order to maintain the balance of power and thereby shape history. You and your friends are indeed these reborn souls. You are the Children of Light, and it is now your turn to shape history. You will bring about the balance, however, will it be in the service of good or of evil? Forlorn Society? Who are those cloaked assassins who attacked us in Orgard? They are the Forlorn Society, a cult that worships the god of terror, Malviticus. They have sold their souls to the Dark Lord. These soulless creatures are extremely dangerous, especially when they aren't wearing their masks. They could literally be anyone. However, there's a way to discover if one is nearby if you train your senses. One who is soulless, even though they may be alive on the outside, is still very much dead at their core. They give off a faint odor of decay because they are slowly decomposing. That's horrible. Why would someone choose such a fate? The Dark Lord has great power. He rewards his servants by sharing some of that power with them, and has often been told that humans are more prone to greed than any other frailty. In return for their devotion, he grants them great power and guarantees them a place among his lieutenants, carving out a part of the world for each of them. The Forlorn Society all answer to the one they call the Watcher, this being in direct contact with the Lord of Terror and is the messenger to all of his followers. They are very dangerous indeed. You would be wise to learn how to sense them before they find you, for while you still possess the keystones, they will never stop chasing you. This is really cool stuff. In Asgard, there was an armored man who was searching for us. He had an evil power that I had never encountered before. Ah yes, Azrael, the Harbinger of Death. He is one of the Gauf, one of Grindelwald's immortal warlords. At the dawn of the Age of Life, the gods created 10 immortal humans with the intent of spawning a new society based upon free will. These immortals went on to spawn the entire human race. Yet, unbeknownst to the gods, the immortal humans began to experience negative emotions as their loved ones, their children, lived and died around them. As centuries passed, it became a perpetual torment for them. Eventually, they began feeling emotions of anger, jealousy, and hatred. When Grindelwald Maltor first arrived in Validus, the land was still peaceful, uncorrupted, and full of resources. He tainted the land and sowed the seeds of evil within the already wavering immortals, who went on to become his followers known as the Gauf. They went along with Maltor's fiction, promulgating the plague's cause as an act of evil by the elves. Slowly, Lord Maltor consolidated his power over the country and reshaped it into his own personal empire. With the Gauf at his side, Validus, the great enemy of Tenat, was established. Keystones? These keystones that we received at Armin Gill's tower, what exactly are they? The keystones are a bit of a mystery. All that we can discern from the ancient texts is that the tablet as a whole was entirely too dangerous to leave intact. Armin Gill and Arthur Graham were able to split the tablet into 7 pieces and then scatter them throughout the world, then securing them to prevent the tablet from ever being made whole again. However, there are lesser-known arcane records which reveal a prophecy which is said to have been foretold to Eldrimus Blackheart by none other than Armin Gill. He said unto Eldrimus, the hands of evil can never grasp the keystones, and that only the children of light could free them from where they were magically bound. You see, the keystones have enough power to free Grindelwald Maltor, and through him they will resurrect the god of terror, Malvidicus. Conversely, the children of light could use the power of the stones to destroy Blackheart and his master forever. If Eldrimus Blackheart is still around today, wouldn't that make him over 1,000 years old? I've heard of elves living that long, but never a human. It is written that Eldrimus Courtlabar was actually a close ally and friend of Arthur Graham and Vander Rowan, the 3 of them together having been under the tutelage of Armin Gill. It is said that Tantalisia, the goddess of light, bestowed upon Arthur Graham his seraphic armor of silver and the title Silver Hero. When the decision came to defect from Validus, Eldrimus Courtlabar remained faithful to Lord Maltor, betraying his friends. The ensuing battle of Porthol commenced, and many lives were lost at the hands of Courtlabar and his army. Eldrimus was ultimately defeated by Arthur, but the elf Lorac's son, Cael Vaili, placed a curse upon him, and when Arthur slew his former comrade, the curse kept him from dying a true death. He must remain until the deeds of his treachery are brought to justice. Okay, and I want to look at the biography. The Gauf are considered the first humans. Not much is known of these ageless beings until after Grindelwald conquered Validus. The Gauf became the new Dark Master's governors, and they ruled below him. They became a symbol of fear, learning the arts of magic, exercising brute force, and making sure their rule was absolute. Their names to this day are still used to scare children. Leader, Adremelech. 10 of them, founded 995 BCE. Validian Empire, Emperor Eldrimus Blackheart, 998 BCE, population unknown. The Validian Empire is rumored to exist in the northern parts of the Old World, surrounded by legends depicting the first men and the once beautiful lands resembling a paradise on Earth. Though no one has seen him in nearly a millennia, Eldrimus Blackheart is rumored to still give commands at the head of the Validian Empire. Children of Light, members unknown, 1006 CE. Children of Light are legendary heroes of prophecy spoken by Armin Gill to Eldrimus Blackheart before being murdered at the Tower of Varlin. Children of Light will come one day to finish what we started, and no hand of evil shall ever touch the keystones, meaning the rune of Grindelwald Maltor. Eldrimus replies that he will await these Children of Light and that the laws of mortality no longer apply to him. It is believed by the Cloaked Man that Potts and his companions are these fabled warriors. This is some really cool lore. I mean, I'm really getting into this. I hope you guys dig this too. The Warriors of Light, leader Arthur Graham, 10 members, 0 CE. 1,000 years before the present time, there was an age where magic was powerful and the souls of the great Gaias were all written into the world. A time of remembrance and a time of war, for when the souls of old are brought together, the world can be molded, changed, and broken. The Warriors of Light tale is taught to every child in schools, and heroes of the Age of Light are regularly quoted in remembrance. There is not a child alive that does not know the name Arthur Graham, the silver general in which the capital and country was named. It was with his resolve that the human race was able to break away from the oppressive Validian Empire. The Warriors of Light is a name given to Arthur's closest companions who helped liberate the world from the tyranny of Grindelwald Maltor, the Validian Empire. Sorbithian Magi. I'll get into these when we hear more about them. Leaders, Circle of 12, Alliances, Graham, 1 CE, 350 members. Sorbithia is the epicenter of magic. All mages must conform to the rules laid out by the Circle of 12, the governing force of all magic. The orders make up a powerful force to be reckoned with the might of Graham and Sorbithia aligned, it would take an astronomical force to defeat them. Circle of 5, leader Horus Stormcrow, 2 CE, 12 members. Did I say Circle of 5? Circle of 12 have been the responsible party for the laws of magic since it was first founded by the Elven Twins. The 4 High Keepers of Magic, Truth, Storm, and Flame make educated decisions and are supported by the other 8 orders: Evocation, Transmutation, Abjuration, Divination, Necromancy, Illusion, and the Masters of Adept and Novices. Together they train the Wizard Orders of Tenat. The Orgard Brigade Alliances, Graham, Monarchy, House Yorkland, 223 CE, 2050 population. The Orgard Brigade is the military of House Yorkland, the royal family of Orgard. Most of Orgard's economy is based off its trade routes. Being a landlocked city, it must rely heavily on trade from outlying nations. Israfel is one of the Gauf class, the Executor. Born Paradoxus, age unknown. Israfel is one of the Gauf. History books have said that he possesses supernatural speed. Being so, he was often used as the Dark Lord's messenger and front-running scout. Once on a mission, he never rests until it's completed. The Watcher, everything unknown. A mysterious cloaked man who has some link to the past. Not much is known about him. Olgar Shinestone. Faction Warriors of Light. Class Dwarven Thane, Zodiac Cancer, born Erbor Dunn, aged 149. Olgar Shinestone was the founder of the Dwarven Halls of Frosthammer by right of conquest. He began the Stone Council of Thanes after saving his people from the Drow during the invasion of Erbor Dunn, the ancestral homeland of the Dwarves. After meeting with Vander Rowan and Arthur Graham, he rallied his people against the Validian Empire during the Great War. 10 years after the defeat of Validus, Olgar attempted to slay the Drow Queen in an attempt to reclaim Erbor Dunn, but fell in battle. Kael Veili, born Porthol, Zodiac Leo, class Lorak of Solisteri, Warriors of Light. Lorak Kael Veili was the first Speaker of the Wind, founder of the Solisteri Elves, son of Galadrius and good friend to Arthur Graham. After becoming exiled along with 2,000 of his followers, he founded the elven city of Solstice. Veili is famous for being the one who banished Eldrimus Blackheart to the Abyss, an action that would prove to be his undoing, as 5 years later he was murdered by Eldrimus in Sorbithia during a time that would later be known as the Spellbreaker War. Eldrimus Blackheart, age 1039, born Validus, zodiac Aquarius, class Validian Regent, faction Validian Empire. Born Eldrimus Courtlabar to a noble lord in the inner city of Validus, Eldrimus grew up with Arthur Graham and Vander Rowan under the tutelage of Armin Gill. When Arthur decided to rebel against the Validian Empire's closest friend, Eldrimus turned against him and the Silver Army, earning him the name of the Betrayer. When Arthur and Kael Veili caught up to him, the elven Lorak cursed Courtlabar, calling upon the tendrils of the abyss to swallow the betrayer. After years of survival within the confines of the void, Eldrimus was able to free himself of his prison. Returning to the mortal world, coining a new name, Blackheart, it was said that he hunted down and killed all the warriors of old. Legend says he still rules beyond the blighted land, biding his time, waiting for his Dark Emperor and the Gauf to return. Armin Gill, Warriors of Light, Cleric, he's a Taurus, age 73. Armin Gill was a Validian battle master who trained Arthur Graham, Vander Rowan, and Eldrimus Courtlabar from when they were very young. It is known that Arthur began his rebellion after Armin had a vision in the desert and became a cleric of Tantalisia. Armin is best known for being a key player during the fall of the Validian Empire. He was murdered by Eldrimus Blackheart after giving him the prophecy of the Child of Light. Oops. Arthur Graham, age 44, Libra, first king of Graham, Warriors of Light. Arthur Graham was known as the King of Kings, a silver hero, and at one time the general of the 2nd Battalion of Validus. Legend says he received the silver armor of Tantalisia and started a rebellion that removed Validus as the superpower of the world, ending the reign of the Dark Emperor with his band of companions that would later be known as the Warriors of Light. He founded the capital of Graham in the New World and established a dynasty that still rules to this day. Grindelwald Maltor, class Empire, Validian Empire, age unknown, zodiac unknown. Grindelwald Maltor was the imperialistic ruler and founder of the Validian Empire. Possessing the same immortal heritage as the first men, this stranger from the east claimed the elves had destroyed his people and home with a terrible blight. He convinced the first men by using magic and the promise of power to seize control over the once peaceful civilization. It is known that he enacted a filicidal purge to strike fear into the hearts of his constituents, and by the time he created the empire, his loyalists were so brainwashed that they would die blindly for his causes fueled by hatred. Teaching the immortal first man how to use magic ultimately twisted them into what he called the Gauf, his immortal warlords bound eternally to the Dark Emperor. His reign of terror lasted a millennium, till he was overthrown by Arthur Graham. The Emperor and his warlords are assumed to be trapped in the abyss. Azrael, Paradoxus, Ares, Harbinger of Death, the Gauf. Azrael, the Harbinger of Death, a title that is well deserved. As one of the Gauf, he possesses immortality and a thirst for power. Often being sent off for missions that require harsh judgment, Azrael revels in using his awesome powers to bring a painful death to his victims. His current mission is hunting the Children of Light for Lord Eldrimus Blackheart. Adramelech, Scorpio, the Chosen, the Gauf, unknown. Adramelech was one of the first men and helped Grindelwald Maltor seize control over the human race. He's the leader of the Gauf and answers only to the Dark Emperor himself. It is known that he was one of the greatest military minds ever to exist and nearly impossible to defeat in combat. He is also known as the Chosen One. Vander Rowan, aged 83, Pisces, Infiltrator, Warriors of Light. Vandar the Sly Roland grew up with Arthur Graham and Eldrimus Courtlabar under the watchful care of Armin Gill, which formed an inseparable friendship between them. They rose through the ranks together, becoming generals of Validus. Vandar took many lives and often enjoyed his job of interrogation and espionage, earning him the name Sly One. He sided with Arthur Graham during the rebellion and helped defeat Emperor Maltor. Amon Quell, Libra War Priest, Warriors of Light. Amon Quell was best known for founding Sorbithia and creating the position of Keeper of Truth, an important role created to safeguard the secrets of the Circle of 12 and the Order of Magi. Amon Quell was born in Porthul and was part of Kael Veili's band of elves who would eventually call themselves the Solisteri. Armin Gill was a pinnacle part of the alliance between the world of men and the woodland realms. He was murdered by Eldrimus Blackheart during the time after the Great War. He was guarding the Tower of Armin ever since as a specter until being released by the prophesized Children of Light. Ledinel, War Mage Libra, Warriors of Light. Ledinel was known as the War Mage of Porthulsti and was the first keeper of magic when they founded the Circle of 12 after the end of the Great War. It is said that the only person skilled enough to rival his magical prowess was the Lord of Sorcery, Zachariah. Ledinel and his twin brother were integral allies during Arthur's rebellion and were key facilitators responsible for founding Sabithia and Eldrethin. He is presumed dead after the fall of Eldrethin when it was destroyed by Eldrimus Blackheart. Okay, and the rest of these guys we know a bit about, and they're not all that important yet. I need a drink after all that. My goodness. My mouth is so dry. Let me go ahead and hit my canteen quick. Hope you guys are enjoying. Okay. Now, I would like to rest. Are you sure you want to sleep now? Once the sun rises, there will be no turning back. Make sure you have heard everything that you wish from your companions. I doubt we'll have a moment like this again anytime soon. Okay, let me check them again. You're a good friend, Potts. Thank you. You're a good person, Potts. Will you fight for this world? Yes, let's rest. The Shrine of Tantalisia is less than a league to the west. We promised a woman in Orgard we'd search for her children. Let's finish this so we can resume our journey to Sorbithia. Okay. Shrine to the west. This leads to Greybridge. We have no reason to go there. Oh. What is this? Something's not right. I sense a powerful evil here. I perceive it too, but this is the Shrine of Tantalisia. What evil could take residence here? It feels cold and smells of rotting meat. You sense the decay of the soulless. There is great evil here indeed. Keep your wits about you. I don't like this. Maybe we should leave. Wait, there's someone up ahead. Received cotton. Okay, our party's still the same. Sweet barley. Just 1 second, guy. I gotta pick my herbs. Chrysanthemum. Oh, you startled me. Who are you? What are you doing here? I could ask you the same thing. Why are you hiding in the bushes here? What are you spying on? I am not spying. I was drawn to this place by the immense evil emanating from that shrine. As a holy paladin, it is my duty to cleanse this place of evil. You're a paladin? By any chance, have you seen 2 children around here, a boy and a girl? I have seen not a soul but for you. My name is Potts Talos, and these are my friends. Well met, Potts. I am Lord Wayne Baranadin, Lancing Champion, and former Captain of the Guard, Sovereign United. Wait, who's that coming out of the shrine? The Forlorn Society. What are they doing here? We should find out more. We cannot allow this holy place to be defiled so. Do you know that person? I sense evil from him. Yes, they are known as the Forlorn. They have been chasing us. This may be hard to believe, but we are on a quest which may determine the fate of the world. A quest to save the world? Now that sounds like my kind of adventure. If you don't mind, I'd like to join you on your quest. After all, a paladin who walks in the light would most assuredly be a valuable companion when fighting the forces of darkness. I think you could be of much use to us considering what we're up against. We would gladly have you join us, Wayne. You look familiar. Lord Baranadin, are you related to the royal family of Graham? Nay, good cleric, I was born and raised in Sovereign. Perhaps you have witnessed one of my jousting matches. My skill with the lance is unparalleled in all the land. No, I don't think that's it. Potts, I hereby pledge myself to your cause. By the light and through the darkness, I will protect you. Wayne has joined your cause. Okay, can we... change our party? I guess not. I guess we're heading in. I'm gonna go ahead and record keep. 351, 424. Alright, let's go a little further. The Dark Lord will rise again. Let's try to steal from him. See if we can get any useful information. Just attack, attack, attack. I really want to steal from him. Even if it's just a potion. Could be useful, could be some useful rarity. Tonic, okay. Just go with our regular attacks and such. There we go. Level up for Virgil. Learns Blind, 58 HP. Goodwill, Dex, Magic, Luck, and Mana. Little Fortitude. 55 gold, Tonic, Chrysanthemum, Ginseng. Let's go ahead and use a potion on nobody. They defile the Shrine of Tantalisia. We must put an end to their unholy congregation. Guess we're killing. The Dark Lord will come again. Wow, they hit kind of hard for a slam. Yikes. Oh, you got rage. Little bolt for you. Oh, they're tougher. Nice. Alright. Potts leveled up. 76 HP, very good dex, some good luck and strength, and a little fortitude and will. 118 gold and a tooth. The Dark Lord will come again. Poison. Kale on you. Attack you. Sneak attack should end it, right? Levels up for Kaelis and Brugger. Kaelis gets 69 HP. Good magic, will, and dex. A little bit of luck, fortitude, strength, and mana. Brugger learns Headbutt, gets 100 HP, gets excellent strength and fortitude, good dexterity, and a little will. 118 gold. It's an opening in the ground. Statue's in poor condition. You can't make out what the monument says. Tantalisia, goddess of light, healing, and good fortune. Okay, I guess we're jumping down a hole. Underground path. We'll go ahead and record keep and say thank you guys for joining me. Well, let's see how long we've been playing. Yeah, 39 minutes is good. Thank you guys for joining me. Hope you're enjoying. Next time we'll tackle this underground path and see where it leads. Appreciate your viewership as always. Comments, anything like that are all good. Much love, peace, and joy. And just to make sure that we're all set here, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.